Today, we're gonna make some spaghetti and meatballs.
I could murder this whole plate by myself.
And we're making everything from scratch. Fresh spaghetti, freshly ground beef and pork meatballs, freshly made tomato sauce, you know, all the good stuff. Let's do it. Time for some pasta, fresh pasta. We have eggs, flour, salt, olive oil. Now we're gonna make a pit. A flour pit. Is that how you call it? A nest, a pit? Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Hey, magic. Okay, roll these sleeves up. The goal here is to create a well. A pit, it's a well, it's a well. Okay, see this? Gorgeous, beautiful. See, now we're building the walls, okay? We have to make sure the eggs are staying in the middle for now. You know, some people will maybe like mix the eggs first and then put it in there. We can just put the eggs right in there, I'm pretty sure. So we have 6 eggs. I haven't made pasta in a while. Let's see how it goes.
What type of flour?
It's all-purpose flour, but it is a double O, which means it's a finer flour. Now, what we're doing is mixing everything nicely. And as we're mixing everything, some flour from our well starting to incorporate the egg mixture. And as we go, see, you can go a bit more around the outside like this. Take your time, little by little. It's like meditation. See, now we're getting more flour in, but always gradually, not at once. Now at this point, you can go the flour in. Break the walls, guys. Just break the walls, you know, be crazy. The goal is to use your hands at the very last moment. See, now we're starting to have something coming together, guys. And now you just work your dough for, you know, a couple minutes, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. You work it, go like this, go like this, go like this. We have a nice and smooth ball of pasta dough here. Yeah, if you're having a bad day, just like, you know, if it makes you feel better, you have a big day. Okay, so here, dough. Now you want to let it rest in the fridge for at least half an hour. Just gonna wrap this up, and here you have it. Pasta dough, and next step will be to laminate the pasta and use this spaghetti attachment. Make some beautiful spaghetti. Now we're gonna attack the tomato sauce. Very simple. What we're gonna do is start this thing on medium. We're gonna add some olive oil in there. Generous amount of olive oil. While this is heating up, we're gonna cut 1 onion. So onion can go right in there now. Whoa! Extract all that good flavor from the onions into the oil. It's gonna be the base for our tomato sauce. Now, for garlic, I like to do it Goodfella style. Nice and thin. Boop, beep. I'm also gonna add these 2 small chili peppers, but I'm gonna leave them whole and I'm gonna take them out just to get some sort of infusion going on. And at this point, very important, you wanna season with salt and pepper, or don't do pepper, you know, if you're like one of those anti-pepper. And now some salt, generous amount of salt. This is gonna help break down our onion, get some moisture out. While everything is sweating nicely here, you can start opening this thing. Good old can of tomatoes. I like to use the whole tomatoes. Something nice about using the whole tomatoes. You can put them in a bowl like this here. And you know what, the fun part, you can just use your hands. Just hand crush the tomatoes. The key is to use the best ingredients. So you need the best flour for your pasta. You need the best organic onions and garlic. You need the best tomatoes. Keep it simple, but use the best ingredients. How's that looking? See, there's still 0 coloration. Now we can add some tomato paste in there. The goal here is to cook that paste a couple minutes, because if you don't, it's gonna be very acid. Get some flavor in the oil like this. See how that beautiful color is changing now? I have this old basil plant that's been there for a long time. I wanna get some stems in there. Like this. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, made a mess, guys. Now it's time to add our tomatoes. Woo! Already know it's gonna be delicious. Look at this color. It's time to make some spaghetti. And the first thing we're gonna do is plug in this one here, which is to laminate the pasta. And once we have the desired thickness, we're gonna switch on to the spaghetti attachment, which I've never used before. Curious to see how that goes. Now we need to also cut this into 4 equal portions, and you wanna make sure you keep the rest covered while you work your dough. So here, we're gonna do that here. Okay, cool. So now we have 4 equal pieces of pasta. We can keep some of those in the saran wrap. That's perfect. Plastic film. Put that on the side for now. And we're gonna make a ball. With a rolling pin, we wanna kind of like give it a shape. So it's gonna be easier to place it in the laminator. And in she goes. Oh no, I fucked up. Oh no. Okay, so 1 is finer. Okay, cool. Now we know. If that happens, you can just fold it back. That's perfect. See, nothing happened. Now, move on to number 2. See, now we have a perfect piece of pasta. Now we can keep going. So that's 4. I feel like that's pretty good for spaghetti, right? I feel like it's gonna be too thin if we keep going. Okay, let's do a test now. So we're gonna switch that up. It's very important that you add a bunch of flour in this here. Back on, see if that works. I've never used it, so, hey. Hey, hey. Chef. Hey, look at this. Spaghetti. I think we have to like kind of like put some flour in here and kind of, you know, make sure nothing sticks together. See, I think where I fucked up earlier, I forgot to like actually flour the dough properly before putting it in the spaghetti cutter. This would probably help separate our pasta. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, see, that's better. See, that's yes, that's no. Yes, no. Nice, not nice. Beautiful, horrible. As you can see, it's not the pro way. You know, I have, this one's nice, this one's medium, this one's a bit of a disaster, this one's the first one, it's kind of shit, but hey, hopefully once it's cooked, no one's gonna know. So I think I'm gonna leave this in the fridge now, even probably unwrap so we can dry a little bit. Sauce is good to go. It's nice and thick now. We don't want to cook it too much because it becomes too thick. Now it's like the perfect consistency. Look at this. Now what we can do is take out the basil stems here. We can take out the chilies as well. Go in here. We can leave this covered for now. It's good to go. Perfect. Meatballs time. So here I have beef chuck roast, 1 kilo, and some pork shoulder, 500 grams. So it's 2 part beef, 1 part pork. Before we get to the grinder, we're gonna dice this into some cubes. Yeah, honestly, this thing is obviously it's not a real like meat grinder like a factory one, but for a house grinder, being like an attachment that's pretty cheap. I don't know how much it costs, but it's, you know, relatively cheap. It does a pretty good job. Look at this. We just use this thing for pasta. Now we're using it for the beef, the ground meat. We could have even used it for the pasta, but you know, I like to do it old school, but like, yeah, we could have done pretty much the whole recipe using this KitchenAid. Now it's time to add everything else, which is gonna be breadcrumb, parsley, whole eggs, Parmigiano Reggiano, some garlic, salt, pepper. That's pretty much it.
Do you mix it by hand or not?
Yeah, you know, I like to get my hands dirty with the balls. No. So,
What?
yeah, so when playing with the balls, I always like to wear some protection. So gloves is gonna be the move here. Shall we?
Yep.
So we're just gonna add everything in there and then we're gonna mix it at the end. So parsley first, we're gonna chop that up. We're gonna add some garlic in there and we're gonna use a good old microplane. So it's gonna be very, very nice and fine in there. We have some grated Parmigiano Reggiano. You can also just grate fresh in there, but you know, add this left, so might as well use it now. Next, we're gonna add 2 whole eggs in there. We're gonna put some breadcrumb in there. Pepper, you can be generous with the pepper. And salt, be generous. Keep in mind that Parm's already salty, so you don't wanna be going too crazy with this shit. And just for a bit of picante, we're gonna add some chili flakes in there. You know, this is optional, but I like a nice little heat in the meatballs, you know? Who doesn't like hot balls, you know? it's now time for the, I guess the longest thing to do is rolling the meatballs. So I'm gonna have this big tray here oiled up like this. I'm a bit of a OCD psycho, so I like to have all the meatballs the same exact size. So what we're doing here is we're aiming for 30 grams. And also I like the smaller meatballs than the big ones. Easy trick is get your hands nicely oiled up. It's gonna give you nice round balls like this and like a nice smooth surface. Look at this. See, it's like nice smooth edges, which are gonna give us a nice searing later. Okay, so we're done with the meatballs. I got everything to fit on this small tray here. And there's two ways to go about this. You could either put them in a hot pan, get some nice color, but with this much balls, instead of like doing like a multiple, like work by batch, what I'm gonna do instead is put them in the oven, high temperature, get some nice color, nice sear, and then we're gonna put our meatballs in the sauce. Maybe not, I don't even know, probably. So I got this thing set up like 450 Fahrenheit air fry. I don't even know what it's gonna do, but I think we're gonna just get some nice color. You know, that's the goal here. Nice searing. And let me know in the comments how I should make them in the pan and not in the oven. I can't wait to hear it. Let's do it. See ya. It's been like I don't know, 6-7 minutes. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, it's way too much fat. Give them a flip so they can color on all sides. And we had to try some in the pan just because, you know, we're super hungry. Look at this, look how juicy that is. Oh my God. Man, I'm feeling emotional, you know? It's just something so simple. Crispy outside, juicy patty in the middle, nice parsley, garlic flavor. And guess what? We are almost done. There's only one step left, is to cook our beautiful, freshly made spaghetti. Big pot of water here, already boiling, perfect. We're gonna add some salt, not too much, because balls are already well seasoned. Sauce too, so just, you know, just 1 and 2. So you're gonna go nicely like this, drop that. It won't take too long. The pasta's good to go, I think. Oh, that's nice. Pasta are good to go. We're gonna put it in the sauce right here on the side. Now we can add some cooking water. Get some starch in there. It is now time to plate our amazing spaghetti meatballs. So we're gonna go big round plate. Now forget all the fancy little twirly. That's not what we're doing today. We're doing a spaghetti meatballs. It's Italian American. It's not even meant to be fancy. Spaghetti right on the plate. Lady in the Tramp style. Earlier I was like thinking, should I mix the balls with the sauce or keep the balls nice on this? But I feel like they're gonna look dry if we don't. So what I'm gonna do is use the rest of the sauce here and do like a last second kind of like ball glaze. The balls in the sauce. And now the balls, baby. Just kind of like, you know, put it everywhere, here. Some balls everywhere pretty much, you know. I got the backup fresh basil in the back. I'm just gonna put some leaves, some whole leaves like this, you know. A little extra parm on top. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil on top. Freshly cracked pepper on top. And here you have it. A spaghetti meatballs.
I could murder this whole plate by myself in one setting. I'd probably be sick, but it'd be worth it. Yeah, if you want to try this recipe, I'm gonna leave the whole step-by-step and ingredients in the description. And that's a wrap for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you go like it. Let me know in the comments which Italian American classic is your favorite. And don't forget to subscribe. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. I'll see you on the next episode of Always Hungry.